Find rates, linear representations. So according to Google Classroom, all you have to do is identify the slope, which is your m value. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and remind you that when we're dealing with slope, slope stands for the letter m. And essentially that's going to be your rise over your run. Please remember that your rise values are the y values and that your run are the x values. X values make you go left and right. Rise, or y, lets you go up or down. So in this case, typically we need two ordered pairs, but because we're given a graph over here, it actually gets a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do, and you don't have to do this on your sheet, I'm simply copying the graph to this part right here just to kind of show you how I'm finding this. So literally, what you have to do is you have to come up with 2 points from this line, and I'm just going to identify it going from left to right. I'm going to identify all the points. So that would be a great point because it intersects horizontal and vertical. This looks like a second point, which is also our y-intercept, but we don't need that for this. And then it looks like this point right there. So you've got 3 points. All we need are 2. So I guess the first thing I would do is just remind yourself that it's probably best practice to go from left to right. So I'm going to start by going down, it looks like 1 unit, and then to the right. And then these triangles allow us to go ahead and write our slope. So because I went down 1, that's -1. And then because I moved to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, my slope will be -1 over +4. So I'm going to simply put -1 over +4. And again, just to be super clear, all you would have to write down would be m equals -1 over 4. This is the only thing you have to write. I'm just giving you context for it. Now, alternatively, I do want to go ahead and show you, just to be super thorough on this, that if you had gone from the first point and gone down 2, well, guess how far you would go over there? That would actually be, in this case, that would be down 2 and then right 8. But notice that -1/4 is the equivalent to -2 over 8. It's just been reduced. But always reduce your slope. So m equals -1 over 4. Oh, let's plug it in. Okay, so let's plug this into Delta Math. -1 over 4. Green check mark means we move to the next question. Red X means that we stop and evaluate and find out our mistake. All right, let's try one more. All right, so just backing things up. Again, you don't have to write this. I'm just giving you context. M is equal to rise over run or y's over x's. And I'm going to go ahead and capture this graph. Once again, you don't have to go ahead and draw the graph on your sheet of paper. This just gives me an opportunity to be able to write on the graph. I can't write over here on the screen, at least not right now. Okay, so we have to have 2 points, and so I'm just going to follow this line going from left to right, and it looks like there's an intersection right there, and an intersection right there, and an intersection right there. So again, we've got 3 points. Again, start on the left, go to the right. So I'm going to start over here. I'm going to go down, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then right 1. So the slope is going to be a -4 over +1. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put -4 over +1. -4 over +1 would simplify to -4. So I would come over here and put m equals -4. Kind of like I did in the first one. Again, I want to show you that if I had chosen this point and gone over to this one and then right, notice that I would have actually gone down 8 units. So there's -8 over +2. So again, that would give us a -8 over +2. But again, -8 over 2 would simplify to m equals -4. So there's you have it. M is rise over run, change in y over change in x.